Mango Groove album. Mango Groove is the self-titled debut album of Mango Groove, a South African pop fusion band whose sound is influenced by township music. 7 of the 11 songs on the album were released as singles. The album sold extremely well, breaking national sales records and maintaining a high rank in the radio charts for a year. The band dedicated the album to Mickey Vilakazi, a bandmate who died in June 1988. Although the material won multiple awards from the South African Broadcasting Corporation, including Best Album, the SABC censored the music video for the song Hellfire, which had an anti-apartheid message. Songs. Of the 11 songs on the album, 4 were previously released as singles: Two Hearts in 1985, Love is the Hardest Part in 1986, and Do You Dream of Me, and Move Up in 1987. All of these were re-recorded in 1988 for the album. After the album's release, 3 of the new songs were also released as singles: Hellfire, Dance Some More, and Special Star. The band made music videos for 4 of the singles: Hellfire, Dance Some More, Special Star, and the re-recorded version of Move Up. Special Star. Special Star was co-written by Kevin Bertha, Mango bandleader John Lydon, and band members Saifi Bangu, Alan Lazar, and Mduduzi Magwaza. They dedicated the song to the late Kwela musician Spoke Smashy in 1933-72. The song's penny whistle solo was performed by Mduduzi Magwaza, who, like Mashien, also played saxophone. In France, Totem Records released the song on 7-inch single in 1989 as the B-side to Dance Some More. Special Star was released as a standalone single in 1990 in France by Totem Records and in South Africa by EMI. Music video. The Special Star music video premiered in South Africa in 1990. It was directed by a young South African man named Nick Hofmeyer, who had worked in London for 3 years as a camera operator for music video shoots. When he returned to South Africa in 1987 to witness the end of apartheid, he started directing music videos, including the video for Bright Blues Weeping, while aspiring to become a documentary filmmaker. As with Weeping, Hofmeyer shot the video for Special Star in black and white. He explains, "The video features 6 female dancers, plus separate choreography for 6 male dancers who appear in different shots from the women. The dances were choreographed by Wendy Ramakati, who went on to choreograph other Mango Groove videos and concerts, including the video for Home Talk, the title track of Mango Groove's second album." Later performances. The Hong Kong ballet danced to Special Star to Mango Groove performance in Hong Kong in 1990. On 20 April 1992, Mango Groove performed Special Star in Johannesburg for the simulcast of the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. The main event was at Wembley Stadium in London, where Mango's performance appeared live, via satellite on a large projection screen. The performance was dedicated to Mercury, who died in 1991. Sometime between 1989 and 2006, a symphonic arrangement of Special Star was recorded by the South African National Symphony Orchestra. In a televised performance in April 2018, Clyde Johnston, Craig Lucas 2017 winner of The Voice South Africa, and the Mzansi Youth Choir performed a medley of Special Star and Moments Away on Dancing with the Stars. Hellfire. Hellfire was written by Mickey Vilakazi, who was the band's trombonist and eldest member until his death in June 1988. The song's lyrics speak of an interracial love that is misunderstood and forbidden. The music video for Hellfire concerns the Group Areas Act, a racial segregation measure enacted by the apartheid government. The video begins in Alexandra Township in 1989, a time by which the government's urban renewal plan for Alexandra had already demolished buildings and displaced or killed many black people. An elderly black man reads a newspaper article about the backlash against the Group Areas Act. He then spots a clip about Kwela musician Spoke Smashy. A newspaper footer of a street scene transitions into a sepia-tone flashback. Outside a Sofita nightclub called The Landlady, the words "No Passes" are painted in the wall. Inside, Mango Groove plays to black and white patrons. At the end of the video, a caption explains that Sofita, a venerable black neighborhood and cultural hotspot just outside of Johannesburg, was demolished in 1954 to allow for the construction of a white suburb called Triumph, the Afrikaans word for triumph. These scenes were censored by the SABC, changing the context and meaning of the rest of the video. In South Africa, Hellfire was released as a 7-inch single by Test Music in 1989, with a 1988 recording of Move Up on the B-side. Move Up. Move Up was released as a 7-inch single in October 1987, nearly 2 years before the album's release. It reached number 1 on the Capital Radio Hit Parade. It spent 2 weeks in Radio Orion's national record chart, peaking at number 27. The band recorded a new version of the song for the album, and it was this recording that was used for the Move Up music video. The video was taped at Zoo Lake in Johannesburg. In the video, lead singer Clyde Johnston sits at bar as the Mango Group brass section plays. Bandleader John Lydon walks in, and he and Johnston dance together. A surprised Lydon suddenly appears in the park at Zoo Lake, where he is chased by the brass section. As Johnston sings in different settings, boisterous band members repeatedly burst into the scene. Tas Music issued the recording of Move Up on the flip side of the Hellfire single in 1989. Two Hearts. Mango first released the song as a single in 1985 when the band had a different and smaller lineup. It was the first recording they made with Clyde Johnston. When they re-recorded it in 1988 for their debut album, they used a slightly different arrangement. The back cover of the single describes the song as a township waltz. Henny Whistle. Henny Whistle is a choir song composed by Mdujuzi Magwaza and Saifu Bengu. Magwaza plays the penny whistle parts in the recording. The song was previously released as the B-side to the 1988 single My My Eyes. It has since been re-released in more than a dozen compilation albums. Lalesa. Lalesa, a misspelling of the verb lalesa, is the only song on the album whose lyrics are primarily in Zulu or, indeed, any Bantu language. The lyrics written by Saifu Bengu are soothing words sung to a baby whose mother is away. In France, Totem Records released the song as a B-side to Dance Some More in 1989. It has reappeared on several Mango Groove compilation albums over the years. Reception. The album broke sales records in South Africa and was in the top 20 of Radio Orion's national albums chart for a year, peaking at number 2. This was the longest that any album had maintained such a rank in the radio station's history. However, when Phil Collins released, but seriously a few months later, an album that had some anti-apartheid themes, it demonstrated a similar staying power. The South African Broadcasting Corporation awarded Mango Groove OKTV Awards in the Best Album and Best Arranged categories. One of the singles won Best Video. The video for Special Star won an award at the International Television Fair in New York. Since its release, the album has sold more than 750,000 copies and has gone platinum more than 25 times. 20th and 30th anniversaries. Mango Groove's 5th studio album, Band the Drum 2009, was released 20 years after this, their debut album. The band continued to mark the anniversary with a tour of South Africa in 2010. Promotional materials for the tour described it as a celebration of 20 years of hits and memories, 20 years of magic. For the 30th anniversary of the release of Mango Groove, the band performed live shows on 8 and 9 March 2019 at the Tetra at Monte Casino, a theatre in Johannesburg. The second date was added after the 8 March concert sold out a month in advance. The shows were promoted by Real Concerts, a concert promotion company founded and headed by Mango Groove's former band manager, Roddy Quinn.